Like she likes Monterey Jack, Colby Jack, sharp. I actually, my friend accidentally bought the wrong stuff. He bought a huge bag of sharp cheddar for me one day because we had an exchange between each other,
Mm.
and she didn't care. She ate the crap out of that cheese.
I'm a big cheese fan. I'm a big cheese fan.
I feel bad. I feel like I'm gonna give my baby gout though. She eats so much cheese.
Actually, I have no cheese in my house. It's kind of sad.
All the other night she surprised the crap out of me. So my wife has been clamoring for me to make another burger for her. And so I finally did the other night 'cause she said she was hungry, and she gave me like 15 minutes to settle in and figure out what I was gonna do. I kind of already knew, so I went out and made her one of my little famous garlic butter burgers, and the baby ate like a quarter of each of our burger. She was just going to town on it. I was surprised. Normally she likes her beef and her chicken and stuff, but you couldn't get it on her tray before it was gone.
Alright, so we are at a point where we cannot move that thing without a jack. So I'm gonna see if there's a building around here with a jack in it.
Is my vehicle closer than where you need to go, or?
I'm
Oh,
on
wait,
the East Coast. You're back in the cemetery by base.
Oh, okay. Darn. What
It's
do
no
you
big
like?
deal.
You just like stuck on a rock or something?
Yeah, it's that stupid intersection that you really can't get past. I tried to go around and
Huh.
yeah, it's it is what it is. But I think we'll go. Rabbits give you one meat. Okay. I think we'll go for another like half an hour or so, and then take an extended lunch. We'll take about an hour lunch today, um, and then yeah.
Gonna
But we
play some
did
7
everything
Days
that
to
I
Die.
wanted to do now in this game. Fishing was the last thing I wanted to get done. And the fishing mechanics, okay. There's nothing. I wasn't blown away by the fishing mechanic. It's very basic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm not knocking it for being basic. Um, Sometimes that's a nice relief to have something that's nice and basic. But yeah. Besides that, like I've said before, this game just needs a little bit more seasoning. There needs to be a little bit more to do. But besides that, yeah, I've had a great time with this game. I'm not really worried about getting the Winnebago off at this point because we're basically closing it out.
Yeah, my rating on this game as it is so far, are we? So we should do an early access rating, and then we should do just a general overall, you know.
Well, we'll play it when it releases, if it ever releases. So we'll do
But
one where we do early access, then we'll do one where a full release.
Well, I was just saying we should do one rating where it gives it the crutches that it's not finished.
Maybe.
I'd say out of 10, I would give this game. I'm gonna be conservative and say about a 6.5 as it stands.
Oh, yeah, I got a harsh rating schedule, rating system for pretty much everything. So mine will be a lot harsher than most other
I think for concept and execution, as it stands, not being finished, I'd probably give it about an 8, though.
I'd say it definitely, if we're rating it out of 10, I'd say potential wise, it's probably a 7 or 8 for me for potential. It's got good potential. Um,
Good bones.
yeah, it's got a good system in place. It obviously it's not a finished product, right? So at this stage, I would give it about, you know, overall, I'd give it about a 4 or 5. Maybe, yeah, probably stay at 4. So I'm teetering between 3 and 5. So I'll probably just go with a 4. And that's only because, obviously it's got great potential. It's just not finished. And so, there's a lack of things to do that's not repetitive. There's balancing issues that need to be addressed. Farming is a huge one. Farming's almost, why even do it? The butchering is okay. Looting things is obviously the easiest way to get things done, which is normal for a lot of games, right? And especially early access games. So
I'm also thinking they need to do what I said with the controller too.
yeah,
Is
they
like
got controller support's not done yet. They really need to get a lot better controller support for those that like to play with controller support. Some of the items are unnecessarily hard to get. Like I said, it's got great potential. It's just not. It's not there yet. It takes a ding in my book because of weapon durability. I just. But any game that has weapon durability, it's gonna get dinged for me. That's why we play Project Zomboid. One of the mods we will be using will be a realistic. It's called realistic durability mod. So, yeah, it's one of the first things. If I can ever have it so there's no durability, that's my preferred. Make it more realistic. Item descriptions are not very good. They could do a better job with their, the ones that go in the hands. Hey, hot nachos, how you doing today, buddy? Thank you for the first time chat. But yeah, so the item descriptions need to be. Yeah, I was looking at the weapon break. And I thought if we hit it, then the weapon break would go and actually break it. Oh, and hot nachos, we're pretty much at the end of our playthrough. Just to give you a heads up, buddy. We just finished our last task that we wanted, which was fishing. Yeah, so if you're using anything, and so for me, if you're using improvised weapon, right, and it breaks, that makes sense to me, right? That I can see in a game, right? Got no issues with games that have that. So if you're using, a hatchet that's made out of a rock and some twine, yeah, that's gonna break eventually. Got it. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's when you have like, oh, I have a fireman's axe, which fireman's axe do break, after a few years, or like a lumber axe that can only withstand cutting down 3 trees, like, or an AR-15, right, that you put 100 rounds through and all of a sudden it's broken. It's like, well, that doesn't happen. Um, I can understand if you say, okay, it really, they could have the same mechanic, just change the name, right? Don't have it that the weapons break, just say, hey, the weapon's dirty, you need to clean it. Which is a real thing, you gotta clean your weapons. So, you could still have that same similar mechanic, but, in a more realistic way. I can't believe I lost my heartbeat. I'm overweight. Their skills need to be still fleshed out. So that that's another little ding in my book. Again, potential-wise, this game has a lot of potential. It's just not there. I think it could get up to a score of 7.5, 8. Down the road as they start implementing things. They start getting more things online. But as of now, it's it's early access, so it is what it is. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. So again, not knocking the game, just saying, hey, it's incomplete. I'm just gonna drop that stuff. Drop all this. Try to get some weight down. There we go. Okay. Now I can run. So yeah, I would give it about a 4. That would be. You got your typical graphics. Nothing like out of this world. Although on the graphics topic, they need to do a better job with differentiating the bushes and stuff like that. Those can be kind of hard to find sometimes, and they have terrain height in this game, but you lose it because of the height that you're at, right? The angle that you're looking at. You know what I mean? From the top down, so you lose a lot of that sense of height based off of that. So sometimes you're just driving down the road and you're like, well, why am I going so slow? Well, you're technically going up a hill, even though you couldn't at the beginning tell that you were going up a hill. So that would be, that's something that graphically they need to find a better way to represent that. But yeah, so like I said, having a lot of fun with it. Really looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Am I looking at a compass would be nice. Technically, we have a compass. You have to hit 5. But the compass is kind of bland. I'm almost, when I look at that, I look like, oh, that's a mini map, right? Well, it's not a mini map. So it'd been nice if they did a little, instead of putting it up to the top left, maybe do a bar across the top. That would be a little bit better. You know, as it sits, yeah, I'm not. And that's something they I would assume that they're going to change. Either they're going to move it, or they're going to beef that up a little bit, or you know do something a little extra with that. So let's hope that's the case. My upload is getting really fluctuating. So if there's glitches in the stream, I apologize now. It looks like we're having an issue with the internet right now. Okay, looks like it's steady back off. But yeah, there just needs to be more to do. I don't like the fact that there's items in houses that you just can't destroy, like couches and stuff like that. I'd like to be able to tear out and build according to what I'd like. You know what I mean? The building could be a little bit better. Crafting or building itself is not fantastic. It's okay. There's some quality of life things that would be nice, like snapping. Like if you're building a wall, be able to snap to the next one, and it kind of, brings it together and merges that, into one looking wall instead of a bunch of separate walls. It would be nice if there was just an upgrade system. We have walls that have barbed wire, then we can build barbed wire, and maybe have a system where you can take a wood wall and take it up to whatever, metal or whatnot. Also, the amount of things you can craft is kind of limited. Like benches are okay. You actually can get a lot of good items from the benches, which is interesting. Gas stations need to have a lot more gas than they have. In repairing certain things like trucks and stuff and fueling them up, it needs a little bit of a rebalance. The airdrops need to be a little bit tighter, maybe when you get in the area. So like I went and got that one airdrop, and when we picked it up, after we picked it up, I thought there was more there because the circle never went away. Those are little things that they can do to add some better quality of life to the game. But like I said, for the most part, I love the fact that things don't go away. Like I can throw them on the ground and good to go. I like like this. I'd like to get rid of this, break that, so I can have a nice clean, barn to work with, or be able to knock out some of these walls or add walls to these to kind of extend the farm, or just little things like that. I think would make the game a lot better. I don't like the fact that if you have one of your chests destroyed, you lose everything that's in that chest. That's a little bit of a harsh. That almost, like some Walkog was saying, it's like, well, why would I ever put anything in the chest then? There needs to be a revamp of all farming. Farming needs to be revamped. Hunting's not bad. I'm an outdoorsman, so we got plenty of water, so yeah. Like I said, they did a lot of things right. They did a good job so far. Now they just need to take it to that next level. You see what I mean about the walls? Like, you can tell each individual section. And like, this one's offshoot, and yeah, it's... I'd like to see a little more to that. And it wasn't so easy, getting them in. So, maybe they need to have like a build, um, like a build perspective. You know what I mean? Like some games do, um, where you can lay out the blueprint, and then have to go in and manually input all the stuff. That'd be fine. But yeah, it's that needs a little bit more of a revamp. I love the fact that the trucks, when you put logs in them, show the logs. I think that's very cool and that's awesome. Um, that's a really good visual in you know, it's a little thing that has a lot of impact on the game, a lot of impact on the immersion, which I really appreciate and like. Yeah, see, I'd like to remove these and be able to remove the tents, you know, and be able to set these things up the way I want to. But like I said, for the most part, it's they've done a decent job so far. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how it develops, see how it goes. Because like I said, it has a lot of good things that it can do, or you know, like Tom Walker was saying, it's got good bones, and it really does. They need to overall the fishing, because the fishing's a little interesting. It's not too bad once you learn it, but I'm hoping for a little bit more interaction on that scale. Yeah. Does anybody else have any comments? Anybody from think I missed something, or I was overly too harsh on some things, or how are we feeling about it? Okay. Then I think what we'll do is we're gonna get ready to head off for a little extended lunch today, because I've got to get everything switched over for the next stream, which is going to be Spelunky 2, which I was told I would enjoy. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. And then yeah, and then as everybody knows, or if you're new to the channel and don't know, tomorrow we're going to be doing our community Minecraft server. So if any of you guys are Minecraft players and want to hop in and join us and hang out, welcome to. I have not touched it since the last time we played. I might do a little bit tonight, get some digging done, and then kind of come up with my game plan for what to do tomorrow. But yeah, so we'll have that for tomorrow, and then obviously on Monday we're going to be doing our Project Zomboid community server, starting that up, which is going to be a lot of fun. I think, is there anything else? So Walkout, you still on the mic? I think he had to go take care of his baby. Yeah, so we I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We're gonna take about, like I said, about an hour lunch. I gotta make sure everything is good to go for the next game. I will have to end the stream at some point. Probably at the end of lunch, I'll have to end the stream, change all the settings, and then refire it back up. So just know if you guys see the stream down for a little bit, it only takes like a minute or two to get all the different I gotta put all the tags in and redo all the information and stuff like that. Um, and then basically end the recording, turn the recording back on. That whole JS. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, we're gonna take a little bit of an extended lunch, um, just for an hour instead of our normal 30-minute break. Um, then yeah, we will come back after lunch for the new game. So, for those that hung out during this series, I very much appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you back at the end of lunch. Till then, take care, everyone.